Good evening, everyone. We're just going to wait for a minute for everybody to join, for more people to join, and then we'll start with our today's episode. Welcome, everyone, to the second episode. Welcome, everyone, to the third episode of The Frontliners, an interactive live series where people directly involved in the war against COVID 19 share factual and relevant information about the pandemic. In this episode, we're going to talk to patients who have recovered successfully from COVID. And I hope their recoveries and their positive journeys through COVID 19 and being COVID free will inspire a lot others to stay positive in case they or any of their family members are suffering from it. So, our first guest today is Mr. Rishit Sanghvi, a CA by profession. He has worked at senior positions at Deutsche Bank and Reliance Capital, and he currently runs a healthy snacking company under the brand Eat Anytime and Mindful. Why we requested Rishi to come and have a chat with us in today's episode is because of the sheer presence of mind he showed at the first sight of possible COVID symptom, and the way he handled the news of being COVID positive, and how he self-monitored and fought through the journey of being COVID free. It shows what wonders having the right frame of mind and staying calm through the process can do, even in case of COVID recovery. So let's welcome Mr. Rishit Sanghi. Hi, Rishit. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really glad to
Hi,
have you.
hi, Dr. Saurabh. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Helios and Sancheti Group, for organizing such a great sort of topic. I think it's very relevant given the current circumstances that people are aware of the line of action in case they've been sort of COVID positive.
Very true, very true. So, Rishit, my first question for you is, how did you first realize that you might be showing symptoms of COVID?
Um, so, saying to the entire audience that on a scale of 1 to 10, I always ranked myself around 9 when it came to preventive measures that each one of us is currently taking when it comes to wearing a mask, sanitization, self isolation when it go out. But still, it happened, right? So,
True,
clearly, this can happen to any one of us. And
right,
rather than introspecting why and how it happened, it's always better to be the right frame of mind
true,
in terms of how do we get it recovered and how do we get back in action. So for me, the case was a little different, Dr. Saurabh. One, I didn't have any symptoms such as fever or cough during my entire sort of period for recovery during COVID. This all started because one fine day when I came in from office, I used to go to office twice a week. And when I
right,
came back, I felt a little a little headache was there because of my sort of usually I get migraine, so I thought it's migraine,
right,
but it was a little different than the usual sort of headache that I used to get when I get migraine. So what happened was, I first things I did was actually self isolated my family just as a precaution. Because I have two kids and a mom who was 65, so I wanted to be extra cautious there. Uh,
true,
After 2 days, usually the migraine settles, but this time it was around 4 days when it didn't settle, and that's when I sort of pushed my doctor to get me COVID tested.
right,
These were the times when getting yourself COVID tested wasn't as easy because you need to have an annexure from a doctor, and
true,
then
true,
only you were getting tested. So then I pushed him to actually get me, and it turned out to be positive. For me, it was a little different in terms of sequence, but clearly the view was you are the first ones to know that you have COVID. Okay, because definitely your body is not the same. There are some symptoms that, if you're smart enough, catching and holding, saying that yeah, these are things that usually doesn't happen to me. It could be
right,
a simple flu or a cough or maybe just sneezing, right? If you're able to actually figure that out and keep and maybe isolate yourself at a very first, I think you're at least helping a larger family, and you can
right,
actually go and start with the treatment much faster.
right, right. So, which we will come to the treatment part, but I want our viewers to know this for sure. So, how did you go about that self isolation, and how did you like safeguard your family?
So, luckily for us, we have a
Rashid, you're not audible. Like, is there some network issue at your end? To our audience, Rashid might be facing some connectivity issues.
Dr. Saurabh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes. Now you're audible and visible. Please go on.
Okay, so luckily we have a room and we've got a larger space. That might be a constant for a few guys, so they'll have to figure that out. But isolation has to be complete. It can't be half-baked.
Very
Okay,
true.
you
Very
need
true.
to clearly cut off all physical sort of touch points with your family. So luckily, I did this on day one when I got my migraine attack, just as a
Right.
precautionary sort of event, saying that if this is COVID, because the times are such.
Rashid, we are losing you again.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for this. I think there's some issue here. Yeah, okay, better
Yes,
now.
you're audible now. Yes, better, better.
Yeah, so
Please go.
even exchange of food plates used to happen through a trolley, where the family didn't touch the plate; they directly went into the sink. There was water flow, and then
And
maybe they touched it.
so, and this is something on the day one of a migraine-like symptom, not even
And
after testing positive. And
yes,
this is
so
something why I wanted to talk about this. That presence of mind is very important in current times because you never know when you might get exposed to COVID or you might get infected. So, any sort of symptoms, till the time you know that you're negative, this kind of precaution is we all should take it.
absolutely.
True, true. And after that, so you got you went, got the test done, and tested positive. So how did you take that news of that you have tested
Myself,
positive for COVID?
yeah. So that really helped. In fact, the day I got positive, the result got positive. I'd already had 5 days of isolation with my family, so they were fairly immune, no symptoms to them.
Right.
So yeah, that was good.
Good. So when you tested positive, so how did you take that news and like what was your emotional state of mind at that point in time?
So can't be. So honestly, yes, it takes you. It there is an hit, right? Because there's so much of negative media going around
True, very
with
true.
these cases getting this. So yeah, there was a slight bit of I would say scare. My mom was a little more tense because
Of
at her
course,
age, you need to respect that. But
of
what we
course.
quickly did was we put in a process in place where, because there was 5 days of isolation, I think that was already in place. We started contacting the doctor, and the line of treatment started very fast. Clearly, age was on my side. Symptoms were not bad. There was not anything that was serious now, and we were very sure that if we get the right line of treatment, we could have curtailed and got this out, got out of this. And I think it worked out that way, fairly well. I wouldn't say yeah, it can't be managed.
Yeah, of course, of course. And so, how was the line of treatment decided that you should be home quarantine against you should be hospitalized? So, how was that decided?
So a few things that I did once I got the positive result. One is informed my society. I think because the entire family went into quarantine. So informed them, informed a few friends that had got maybe could have been in contact with me the last week, just as a precaution. Uh, the
Right,
doctor, getting the right doctor and arranging a line of treatment is very important because even before contacting COVID, when this entire sort of pandemic started, we had a call with my doctor saying that if this happens, uh, what should be the line of action, right? So
wow.
technically,
So
that
there was a
really helped us.
contingency plan in action beforehand.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, sort of. It turned out that way, but the call was
Right,
mainly which
right,
vitamins to take, what kind of precautions to take, because there was so much of news going around. We wanted somebody to actually help us. So the entire family was on vitamins as suggested by the doctor, and we'd also agreed a line of treatment because I'd been a pre-diabetic. So it really sort of I need to be a little extra careful when it comes to any of such sort of diseases. So that was there when we contacted him. Thanks, because the line of action or the line of communication was set with him. We realized that
right.
I didn't have any breathing issues nor any symptoms, And in these cases, home quarantine, I think, is a very sort of effective way of coming about it. Likewise, BMC officials also, the municipality officials also reached out. They've also set up, I think, guest houses where there is oxygen monitoring happening. But since I didn't have too many symptoms, we agreed for the line of treatment at home. I think best way to do about this is reach out to an expert, take his guidance, and if he's of the view that you need to be hospitalized or either way, we'll have to do it that way. I think none of us is an expert.
Very true. It's always a good idea. In the second episode, we had a doctor who was managing all the COVID patients in reputed hospitals in Pune. She also said the same thing. The best idea is to let the doctor take a call on how you should be going about the treatment rather than self-diagnosing or administering self-treatment. So very true. As you said, let an expert take that call. So my next question is like, how did you go about taking the precautions once you knew that you were COVID positive and whatever 2 weeks of isolation that you were supposed to do? And in that period, how did you self-monitor yourself and how did you make sure that the family members are staying safe? Because that must have been a worry for you as well.
Okay. So as I've told, self-isolation has to be complete. It can't be for namesake. Clearly zero sort of contact with you or your environment, with your family. So try and do that. There are a few at home. There are a few equipments that I think are very important. One is definitely a thermometer. Second is an oximeter. A fourth is a BP machine. And if you're a diabetic, a diabetic monitoring machine. Right? These are 3-4 things that are very important. When it came to when I got positive, what we also realized is we required 2 of the thermometer and the oximeters because one clearly was with me where I was trying to monitor myself every 2 hours. But at the same time, as you said, there's always a fear of what's going to happen to your family. So they also need to start sort of monitoring themselves, right? And that's when I would suggest at least have 2, if you're tested positive, at least get one more of a thermometer and an oximeter because your family also needs to start taking a little bit of precaution because definitely they are at a higher risk of getting the virus. So other than that, what happened was when I was speaking to the BMC doctor, they told me that what's happening at the guest house, the municipality guest houses, there is an oxygen facility and they can monitor that. So in case there is a lot of breathlessness, which can happen anytime, they would sort of give me oxygen. So as a part of that, what I did was I purchased around 3 to 4 oxygen cans. These are canisters. Not very expensive. I think it's a great sort of a support system at home. And during my 6th, 7th, and 8th day of recovery, that was a day when I had to use one. Not something that was very, I would say, urgent in requirement. But since I had it, I used it, and the recovery was faster.
Right.
So other than that, basic team, I think the entire world is sort of advocating a little bit of yoga in terms of nasal breathing and maybe having those kadas and stuff. I think these things don't harm. Okay, so the better way to look at it is there'll be some suggestions coming in from your elders, some friends, some doctors. Till the time they're not adversely impacting you, I think there's no harm in doing it because none of us know what's the right treatment. Any particular thing can really work for you. So other than that, I think, good food, very structured, very controlled food, no oil, at least during that recovery time. And some music and keeping myself a little light was, I think, the key to what we did.
And that's exactly what was my next question. How did you manage to keep yourself motivated, or keep yourself positive through that period? Because it must get sometimes overwhelming.
Agree. So I tried and set a routine where I slept at 10 in the night and I got up at 7 in the morning. There was a set of routines in the morning in terms of taking steam, doing yoga, having my breakfast right time. And at the same time, thanks to digital, I think place is not a constraint, right? You can keep chatting with your friends, be as normal as it, because to a very large audience, none of these guys knew that I got tested positive, because it was only told to people on a need to know basis. So my
Of course.
routine was there. I used to keep video chats with friends, study something, read something, and maybe fairly kept myself active. So I think that is the key. Not too much of a hype. It's something that any one of us can get. Let's normalize the entire sort of recovery, and I think it helps you recover much faster.
True, true. And I guess that's the key takeaway from the whole conversation. We all should normalize this thing. Right now, there is so much of stigma about
Right.
COVID, and people are being treated as untouchables. I guess we all need to normalize this thing and look at it as a normal illness, and we will recover from it way faster.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Without a doubt.
thank you so much, Rishit, for taking the time out and sharing the story with us. Before going, do you have any like a few pointers, know-how guide about what did you learn from your recovery? So if we have any viewers or relatives are suffering or who are suffering, they can get some insight.
So one is in terms of people who are suffering or maybe being tested positive. One is, I think it's something that's easily curable. There is a lot of discipline required to fight this disease. I think rather than medicines, it's also uh, discipline in terms of managing your medicines, managing your health score, managing basic lifestyle. It's very important.
True,
Keep
true.
calm, be patient, be positive, and hence don't let the word go out to the entire world, because then you'll keep getting a lot of phone calls and you'll try to introspect of why it happened. Rather than that, let's start looking forward and in terms of the treatment and getting yourself up and running. In terms of the larger audience, the hype is true. Clearly, whatever is happening in the media and people suffering is true. It really impacts your body. There is a lot of weakness that needs to be covered. So definitely the virus hits you internally very hard. So please respect it. This definitely needs to be taken on high priority and really seriously. So I think that's the question. Keep yourself hydrated. Take all precautionary sort of measures in terms of masks, sanitizations, steams, and stuff. I just try and keep yourself healthy. I think that's the core thing that I would
Very,
suggest.
very true. Uh, that's really good advice, and thank you so much, Rishit, for joining us today. It was very
My
insightful, I
pleasure.
guess, and this surely going to help people stay positive through their journey
Thank
of
you, Dr.
being.
Sarab. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rishit, for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay. So the second guest we have with us today is an intensivist working with Sasun Hospital, Dr. Bharti Adye. She's the chief consultant anesthesiologist with more than 23 years of experience. She has been working with COVID-19 patients at Sasun Hospital ICU for last few months. And in spite of being extremely cautious, she unfortunately contracted COVID like many other frontline workers. Thankfully, she recovered from it successfully. And today we're going to talk to her about her experience of being COVID positive and recovering from it. And in conversation with her today, we have Rupal Sancheti, Director of Helios. So let's welcome Dr. Bharti Adya and Rupal Sancheti into the conversation. Just a second. Some issue that I'm just trying to find. They will be with us in just about 10 seconds.
Hello Bharti ma'am, thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure. संचेती मध्ये आपण भेटतो पण I have not got a chance to interact with you about you've been really busy from your Sassoon duty and there onwards your own journey. But thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure. And I have some amount of questions which the audience is really keen to hear you. So I'll dive right into it. My first question is about your COVID duty in Sassoon and what was your experience and how did that happen?
Look, Rupal, this was absolutely new for all of us. I mean, this pandemic as such this COVID is new for all of us. So when I got a call from the Sassoon anesthesia department that I should be joining the duty there was a lot of apprehension, of course, because whatever we knew about this was from the literature, because we didn't have a COVID ward till then in our place. But being a curious person, I was keen to work in with such patients and learn hands-on. So there was a lot of sensitization by the department, by many friends who had worked there, and everybody talked how you need to take care of yourself. ज्यावेळेला अशा सिच्युएशन मध्ये आपण जातो आहोत. So with all the preparation, I should say, the mental as well as the physical, I went there. But let me tell you, I was still not ready for when I actually saw the patients. I was not ready for what I saw there. Unfortunately, I was posted in the COVID ICU. म्हणजे जो सगळ्यात क्रिटिकल पेशंट जिथे ठेवतात त्या वॉर्डमध्ये माझी ड्युटी होती. बरोबर. आपलं कसं होतं ना, टिल देन आपण फक्त ऐकतो की कोणीतरी पेशंट पॉझिटिव्ह झाला आणि ऍडमिट झाला किंवा काय झालं. We have never seen any patient till then. So when I went there and the disease was so severe, you cannot imagine. आणि तिथे मला कळलं की खूप सारे पेशंट्स दे कम सो लेट, दे स्टे ॲट होम की मला बरं वाटेल असं म्हणत, आणि देन दे कम देअर अँड देन इट्स व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट टू क्युअर देम और ब्रिंग देम आउट. But some of the patients who reach very early with mild symptoms, थोडंसं वाटल्याबरोबर ते लगेच येतात. With oxygen therapy and proper care, they come out really well. And that was a positive thing. Another thing was, again, we always say, sarkari machinery काय चालत नसते. But here, I had seen that the COVID ward before it was developed, that 11 Mazli building. And when I went there, I was surprised. The infrastructure was so well developed. You could not imagine the number of ventilators available, the oxygen facilities, the isolation facilities, the PPEs, the N95s, everything was there. I mean, right from the watchman, जो securityला गेटवर असतो त्याच्यापासून everybody was wearing an N95 आणि face shield and gown, and everybody, I mean, the staff was also protected. Second thing was, 6 तासाची ड्युटी राहायची तिथे आमची सगळ्यांची. सो वी यूज टू बी इन कम्प्लीट प्रोटेक्शन, जे कम्प्लीट पीपीई ज्याला म्हणतात ते, विथ N95, with a face shield and gloves and everything. Not only me, the whole staff was in PPE all throughout the duty, 6 hours. So you cannot bring a sip of water also. त्याच्या आधी तुम्हाला सगळं खाऊन पिऊन तिथे जावं लागायचं. And believe me, the whole staff used to be on their feet for the whole 6 hours. सगळेजण इतकं प्रचंड काम करता आहे टू टेक केअर ऑफ द कोविड पेशंट्स. म्हणजे आपण कधी इमॅजिनच नाही करत. आपण असा विचार करतो कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटलमध्ये खूप छान काम करतात, खूप छान काय. बट यू सी द गव्हर्नमेंट मशिनरी, they are working right from the beginning of the pandemic. एक आठवडा ड्युटी करतात, एक आठवडा क्वारंटाईन होतात आणि परत ड्युटीला येतात. सो इट वॉज अमेझिंग. आय मीन देअर जर्नी वॉज ऑल्सो सो, आय मीन व्हॉट आय शुड से, सगळ्यांना प्रोत्साहन मिळतं. आमच्यासारखे जे एक आठवडा जातात त्यांना, की अरे हे लोक किती दिवस झाले काम करताय, सो व्हाय कांट वी पुट इन दॅट मच एफर्ट ॲट लिस्ट. आणि it was really wonderful experience. But yes, lot of apprehension, because you always are worried whether you are going to be getting infected there. फोमाइट ज्याला म्हणतात, म्हणजे सरफेसेसवर किंवा धुळीमध्ये जे काय पार्टिकल्स पडलेले असतात, तर त्याच्यामुळे देखील देर इज अ चान्स ऑफ इन्फेक्शन. तर यू आर ऑलवेज वरीड. And secondly, you are away from your family. So apart from that 6 hours of duty, you are totally alone. It actually takes the toll psychologically on you
Correct.
also. So you have to keep yourself motivated, you have to keep yourself positive and go through the whole thing. But it was a wonderful experience overall, I should say.
I mean, it's amazing that you've given us such a good view, because you're right that we always feel government आहे तर कसा आहे, बरोबर काळजी घेतात का, is the infrastructure set up. So it's really nice and heartwarming to hear about how positively you took it, about the dedication of everybody out there.
Absolutely.
So your experience, which is invaluable, you were in the critical care in ICU मध्ये होता. From there, after you finished your duty, to isolation, to what was your journey then, and when did you figure that तुमचे symptoms आहेत which you need to take care of now?
ऍक्च्युली बराच वेळ गेला त्याच्यानंतर. देर वॉज अ लिटल टाइम इन बिटवीन. आणि आफ्टर सीइंग द ससून ड्युटी, वेन आपल्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये कोविड वॉर्ड आपण सुरू केला, आय थिंक माय होल टीम and our physician, everybody, we were ready to face the thing because we have seen that. That was a very big thing, because otherwise तिथे गेलो नसतो तर कदाचित आम्हाला हे मॅनेज पण नसतं करता आलं, आणि प्रोटोकॉल्स अँड एव्हरीथिंग. So that was very helpful when we set our COVID ward. Secondly, again, I'll tell you one thing. When we take care of the known COVID patients, ज्यांचा रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आलेला आहे, you always approach them with PPE and all. The problem is when you are talking to somebody who is totally asymptomatic, who is not tested, but who is probably a positive patient. कारण आता सर्वांनीच ऐकलं असेल की असिम्प्टोमॅटिक कॅरियर्स खूप जास्ती आहे सध्या सोसायटीमध्ये. These are the danger. This is a dangerous situation when we deal with such patient. A patient comes to us for some surgery. We try to get tested them now, but प्रत्येक पेशंट टेस्ट होतो असा नाही. आणि बरेचदा सॅम्पल दिलेलं असतं आणि we don't wait for the report to come before we can interact with the patient. And that is probably the weak chain where you may get the infection as a doctor. So we see so many patients in OPD come for the what we call as pre-anesthetic checkup. You counsel them. So that is the danger thing. So working in the COVID ward, you are protected. But when working outside the COVID ward, there is a lapse. There may be a lapse in your own protection. आणि जरी तुम्ही घेतलं असेल, I mean, you see in the hospital we are always with N95 and a surgical mask and face shields, but still there is always a chance that you may get infected. And somehow I think I was exposed to some patients like this in whom the report was awaited, and I might have got infected. फक्त असं असताना I was aware that this can happen to me. So right from my Sassoon duty, at home also and in the hospital also, I was trying to watch myself, and I was trying to take care of the social distancing, which you are supposed to do. That you need to keep a distance of about 2 meters when you interact. But I think with few patients I missed that time span. They say you should not talk to anybody you don't know his status about for more than 10 minutes or maximum 15 minutes. So probably that was my reason why I got infected myself.
Okay.
Fortunately for me, I just had very mild symptom. I should say I didn't have any fever or a cough. But yes, the previous few days, I had that little exhaustion. Probably I attributed that to 1 or 2 emergencies which I did in that period. So I was up the whole night, and suddenly one day I realized that I cannot smell anything. Since I knew that this is one of the symptoms seen in the COVID, and आणि तो विक्सची डबी उघडली होती मी, अँड आय कॅनॉट स्मेल विक्स, सो इट वॉज अ लिटल टू मच. असं कॅज्युअल तर मला लक्षातही नव्हतं आलं, प्रोबेबली फॉर अ डे और टू. But when I tried to smell it, it was, I just couldn't smell it. Then I realized that probably I'm missing my smell sensation. And retrospectively असं वाटलं की ओके, आपल्याला एखादा दिवस आधी पण टेस्ट नव्हती लागत, असं वाटलं हा कशा तरी मीठ कमी झालं असेल काय. आय मीन यु नो, you are a front working doctor, so you don't tend to focus on मला थोडंसं बरं नाही वाटत आहे किंवा मला थोडंसं दमल्यासारखं वाटतं. यू ॲट्रिब्यूट दॅट टू युअर वर्क. तर टिल आय थॉट की मला ते स्मेल येत नाही, तोपर्यंत मला लक्षातच नव्हतं आलं. सो द व्हेरी नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग आय गॉट माय सेल्फ टेस्टेड.
Okay.
And that was the time I just isolated myself completely at home from all the family members.
Right.
So still I'm sitting in my room with a separate washroom, and no one comes in my room. I don't go out in another room, and everything is like, असं हातच्या हाती सुरू आहे. And I really appreciate my family doing everything for my isolation. They are just providing me everything. म्हणजे कधीच सवय नसते बाई म्हणून, तर कधीच सवय नसते.
Absolutely. You are the true queen right now. You're being served.
I know.
What were your emotions? म्हणजे पॉझिटिव्ह आल्यावर काय वाटलं? How did you go through? Oh, have you been like this amazingly positive? Or there was a little, feeling low की अरे झालं आपल्याला किंवा आता काय?
This is very funny. You will laugh at me, but you know what? Being a doctor, ज्याला डिफरन्शियल डायग्नोसिस असं म्हणतात मेडिसिन फील्डमध्ये. एक गोष्ट, तुम्हाला ताप आला असेल तर तुम्हाला कशामुळे आलाय, तुम्हाला पोट दुखत असेल तर कशामुळे येत आहे. सो यू हॅव अ लिस्ट ऑफ कॉजेस दॅट मे बी देअर. So when I started this, I said, if I come positive for COVID, I'll be more than happy. Why? Because if I lose my smell, then probably something is there in my brain which is pressing on the nerve. So this is funny, but yes, I mean, with my mild symptoms, I was quite okay. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm positive. There is some treatment, and at least I don't have to go ahead with some other investigations. So I was very happy. But yes, jokes apart, you are always worried whether you will progress to some severe symptoms. Like मला त्यावेळेला काहीच नव्हतं, खोकला नव्हता किंवा चेस्ट सिम्पटम्स नव्हते. सो आय वॉज वरीड की 7th to 10th day is the time when you may get what they call as critical symptoms, or लंग प्रॉब्लेम किंवा ब्रीदिंग प्रॉब्लेम किंवा अदर सिस्टीम ज्याला म्हणतात इन्व्हॉल्वमेंट, तसं होतं का. त्याच्यासाठी आपण ब्लड टेस्ट करत असतो. पहिल्या दिवशी पण केला, एक 4 दिवसांनी पण केला. अँड आय एम हॅपी टू टेल की सगळ्या टेस्ट विदिन रिझनेबली नॉर्मल रेंज आहेत माझ्या. त्यामुळे मला हॉस्पिटलला यायची गरज नाही पडली, आणि सिम्प्टोमॅटिकली ऑल्सो आय डोंट हॅव एनिथिंग एल्स. प्रॉबेबली हे इतके माइल्ड सिम्पटम्स याच्यामुळे आले की आय हॅव बीन टेकिंग केअर ऑफ एव्हरीथिंग. Steam inhalation right from day one before I went to Sassoon, on some औषधं जे काय आपण सगळ्यांना सांगतो ICMRच्या गाईडलाईन्स प्रमाणे, we were, all of us, we were taking gargling we were doing every day before coming to the hospital, after coming from the hospitals, and he is keeping safe distance. So probably that has helped me so far to remain in the mild category. And देवाची कृपा, माझ्या फॅमिलीतले देखील सगळेजण निगेटिव्ह आहेत. सो दे आर सेफ at the moment.
So one thing I can say is that you've been positive. You've of course been mild, but you've been positive and you've been calm throughout the situation. But would you attribute it because you're a doctor and tumhala experience hai, or can a normal patient who does not have your experience but could have your positivity, is it because you are a doctor? Because I don't find this kind of positivity and strength in everybody.
No, actually, I'll tell you, it's just the positivity. You have to focus on the positive aspects of life. कारण मी सांगितलं ना, as a doctor, I know what worse can happen to me. And Fortunately, my family is not so aware, I should say. They're not doctors, no, but none of the other members of my family. But still, they read a lot, so they have their own doubts. Uh, so unless I remain positive, I cannot support my family's state of
Right.
mind. Also, I should say,
Right.
and you have to take efforts to remain positive all throughout. I think this pandemic has taught all of us, isn't it, to live a day as it comes. Be thankful for whatever you have achieved in your life. And be grateful for all your haves. Don't focus on the have-nots because there are actually hardly any have-nots, isn't it? We are
Right.
we are we are we are privileged to be the part of haves. Somebody who has everything, a good life, a good career, a good family, and good health, isn't it? I mean, I'm very lucky. I don't have anything else like the blood pressure or the diabetes or the asthma. So I'm thankful for everything, and it's the gratitude probably which has kept me positive all throughout.
That's so
Uh,
nice. Anything, just the last question in terms of you've told us what, how you went through it, but any other learnings that you would like to share with other patients? I'm really keen to hear about your learnings that patients can really say, okay, I can take those.
yeah, right. The precautions is one thing that even if you are suspecting, be aware if something abnormal is happening to you. That is the first thing. What they say as hand wash, sterilization, and the mask, use of mask. Absolutely mandatory for everybody. So the type of mask will vary with your work, but at least
Correct.
this surgical mask, or even a cloth mask is good enough. And a lot of breathing exercises, lot of uh, exercises like I have been doing our Sancheti's the physiotherapist video exercise
Correct.
video. I have been
Correct.
doing that and trying to do a few more exercises which I can do in this little space which I have
Right.
here. I drink a lot of water, maybe about 3 liters, and that is mindful drinking of water.
Right.
You need to have good, freshly cooked food, nothing
Right.
fancy, but simple diet and with some sort of proteins. You may take some sprouts, some eggs, some dal, but a lot of proteins needs to be included. And good sleep. Uh, Keep your room, your surroundings very clean because though you may not be studying, and yes, even when you are staying alone in isolation, you are supposed to put the mask on all throughout the day. Keep
Okay.
all the surfaces clean with the hypochlorite. It's like you feel like you are obsessed, but that's the way you need to do. You need to clean your washroom, all the knobs, the handles, everything needs to be clean every day when you are a positive patient. And wash your clothes separately. Again, keep everything clean and read good books, watch good movies, and maybe खूप साऱ्या जणांशी गप्पा मारणं नाही झालेलं अनेक
Goppa
दिवसात.
मारल्या.
Catch up with that and keep yourself motivated. That's the only thing.
That's amazing. I think you've motivated all our viewers right now. खूप मजा आली तुमच्याशी बोलताना. I think you've given very simple tips yet very practical tips. You talked about physiotherapy, you talked about good nutrition, you talked about a positive state of mind, full of gratitude, and what it could have been worse kind of a thing. So thank you so much. I
Exactly.
think so much valuable are your views. I'm sure we will have a lot of questions that we'll send to you if at all. But thank you so much
No
because
problem.
तुमचा
No
वेळ भरपूर
problem.
घेतलाय.
It was
Thanks a lot,
my pleasure
Bharti ma'am.
joining you.
And
Thank you.
look forward to meeting you at Sanjeti again soon. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Next week.
Thank you. Saurabh?
Thank you so much, Rupal, and thank you so much, Dr. Bharti. So that was Dr. Bharti Ade, a chief consultant at the Department of Anesthesiology in Sancheti Hospital. Thank you so much for giving the time out, ma'am. It was really insightful. Now, the next guest we have is Mrs. Ashwini, who is the only person in an apartment building of 270 people to test positive. That too while she was pregnant, and we can only imagine the emotional turmoil she and her family must have gone through in those 2 weeks where she was hospitalized in isolation and was being completely alone. Let's hear it from Ashwini and her husband Vinod about their story from the other side of this crisis. So let's welcome Ashwini and Vinod. Hello Ashwini, hello Vinod.
हॅलो सर.
धन्यवाद वेळ काढून आम्हाला आज वेळ दिल्याबद्दल. मला माहिती आहे घरात गणपती वगैरे असणार आहेत, गडबड असणार आहे, तरी पण वेळ दिला तुम्ही आज. सो माझा पहिला प्रश्न तुमच्यासाठी आहे की सुरुवातीला काय झालं की ज्याच्यामुळे तुम्हाला कोविड टेस्ट करायला लागली किंवा करायला सांगितली गेली?
ऍक्च्युली काय झालंय, स्टार्टिंग आमच्या फ्लोअरला एक व्यक्ती होती, त्यांना अचानक दम्याचा त्रास होता, निमोनिया झालेला असल्यामुळे त्यांनी काय म्हणतात अंगावरती काढलं 2-3 दिवस. त्यांना एकदम लास्ट मोमेंटला जेव्हा त्रास होता तर त्यांना हॉस्पिटल मध्ये घेऊन गेलं. तर तेवढ्या वेळात त्यांना तिकडे अटॅक आला. अटॅक आल्यानंतर जो रिपोर्ट आता डायरेक्टली बॉडी देत नाही, तर त्यांनी टेस्ट केली कोरोनाची, तर ती पॉझिटिव्ह निघाली. सेम फ्लोअरला राहत असल्यामुळे वावरणं होतं आपलं सगळ्यांचं, ऑफिसमध्ये ये जा हे होतं, म्हणून आता त्या व्यक्तीचं रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आलं म्हणून आम्ही जे म्हणजे बिल्डिंग मधले 3-4 जण आहेत, आपण ठरवलं की आपण वावरतो, आपल्यामुळे इतर जण पण काही सांगता येत नाही, कोणालाही होऊ शकतं, म्हणून आपण सगळ्यांची टेस्ट करून घेऊया. मग जवळपासच्या क्षेत्रीय कार्यालयात तक्रार केली तशी, की कळवलं त्यांना की असं असं झालेलं आहे. तर त्यांनी 2 दिवसामध्ये जवळपास 270 लोकांची पूर्ण बिल्डिंग मधल्या 270 लोकांची टेस्ट केली. त्याच्यामध्ये माझ्या मिसेसचा रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आढळला. तर त्यांनी मला सांगितलं की असं तुमचं मिसेसचा रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आहे. तर मी त्यांना म्हणलं मग कुठे सर तिला घेऊन जायचं तुम्ही सांगा, तुमची गाडी येणार आहे की मला शिफ्ट करायचं? त्यांनी सांगितलं ह्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये मग घेऊन जावं. तर माझ्या आखेच्या अंतरावरती होतं हॉस्पिटल, ते सोनोनी हॉस्पिटल, जवळपास म्हणजे फक्त प्रेग्नेंट पॉझिटिव्ह वुमन साठीच आहे ते पुणे शहरात. एकच हॉस्पिटल, फक्त ते एकच हॉस्पिटल आहे. तर त्या ठिकाणी नेलं. मग त्या ठिकाणी मग ऍडमिट केल्यानंतर मग त्यांची पुढची ट्रीटमेंट त्यांनी चालू केली.
बरोबर. आपण सगळ्यांनी खूप काळजी गेले 4-5 महिने घेतली आहे, सर्वपूर्ण आपण प्रयत्न करतोय. तर असं वाटतं की अजून काही करता आलं असतं किंवा हा संसर्ग कुठल्या तरी पद्धतीने टाळता येऊ शकला असता?
सर टाळू शकतो, परंतु आता ती लिटरली घरात होती. तिचं म्हणजे हमखासपणे त्या कोविडच्या याच्यामुळे वृद्ध म्हणजे सिनियर सिटीजन्स किंवा जे प्रेग्नेंट आहेत ते इतर लोकांपासून जास्त लांब असतात. ती तर घरातच होती, पण तिचा रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह कसा आला हे आम्हालाच जरा आश्चर्यकारक आहे. कारण घरातल्या सगळ्यांचेच रिपोर्ट निगेटिव्ह, म्हणजे माझा लहान मुलगा, भावाचा लहान मुलगा, आई वडील सगळ्यांचेच रिपोर्ट निगेटिव्ह आहे. फक्त तिच्या एकटीचाच रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आला.
बरोबर. हेच मला आपल्या प्रेक्षकांना पण सांगायचं, किती काळजी घेतली, अगदी घरातून बाहेर नाही
आता विचार करा, म्हणजे आपण किती काळजी घेतली तरी ती घरात असून पण तिला झालेलं दिसतं.
बरोबर, अगदी बरोबर.
किती काळजी घेणार तुम्ही?
खरी गोष्ट आहे. अश्विनी,
काळजी घेऊ शकतो, म्हणजे ज्या पद्धतीने सॅनिटायझर, मास्क हे तर कंपल्सरी आहेत, तेच अजून दुसरं काय असं आपण सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग तर कंपल्सरी घ्यावंच लागणार, पर्याय नाही आपल्याला. सध्याच्या काळात तरी सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग पाळावंच लागणार.
अगदीच. सो अश्विनी, मग काय तुला कधी कळलं की कोविड टेस्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आली आहे आणि त्याच्यानंतर काय मग केलं तुम्ही?
मला सांगितलंच नव्हतं ऍक्च्युली की तुझा रिपोर्ट पॉझिटिव्ह आहे, कारण सांगितल्यावर ह्याची काय अवस्था होईल यासाठी मला सांगितलंच नव्हतं. माझी बॅग वगैरे यांनी सर्वांनी पॅक करून ठेवली. नंतर माझ्या मुलाकडून कळलं मला की मम्मी तुला कुठेतरी नेणार आहेत, तुझी बॅग भरलेली आहे. मग हे ऐकून एकदमच शॉकिंग होतं मला ते, की एवढ्या सर्वांचे टेस्ट केले. मी म्हणजे विचारत होते की माझ्या बरोबर आणखीन कोण आहे की जेणेकरून त्यांचा पॉझिटिव्ह आला. तर एवढ्या जणांमध्ये फक्त माझंच होतं. पण बरं आहे की घरात बाकी कुणाचं पॉझिटिव्ह निघालेलं नाहीये, लहान मुलं किंवा आई वडील यांचं.
बरोबर.
देवाचीच कृपा म्हणायची.
अगदी 100%.
कारण सर्वांना मग वेगवेगळे हॉस्पिटल मिळाले असते किंवा काय, हे म्हणजे विचारत होतं की कसं शिफ्ट केलं असतं ते.
अगदी बरोबर. आणि वयस्कर माणसांमध्ये मग अजून थोडी आपल्याला भीती वाटते की त्यांना झालं तर काय होईल.
त्यांना झालं की काय होईल.
मग दवाखान्यामध्ये ज्या वेळेला मग ऍडमिट करायला लागलं, तर तिथला सगळा अनुभव कसा होता?
तिथला अनुभव म्हणलं तर म्हणजे थोडा म्हणजे त्यांनी ट्रीटमेंट वगैरे दिली चांगली सगळी जिथं हॉस्पिटलमध्ये गेले होते. पण आपली मनाची तयारी नसते की जायचं आपल्याला एवढ्या दिवस राहायचं. त्यामुळं रडणं वगैरे खूप झालेलं ते रिपोर्ट. आणि गेल्याच त्यांनी म्हणजे टेस्ट वगैरे सगळे घेतले, ब्लड टेस्ट केलं किंवा बाळाचे ठोके, ब्लड टेस्ट, बीपी वगैरे सगळं ते कंपल्सरी 2 टाइम चेक करत होते, सकाळ संध्याकाळ 7 वाजता असं म्हणजे त्या टायमिंग प्रमाणे यायचं. दर 3 दिवसाला ब्लड टेस्ट केलं आणि त्यात माझा रिपोर्ट एक निमोनियाचा पण रिपोर्ट झाला जेव्हा एक्सरे काढले तेव्हा. त्यामुळे मला तिथं ऑक्सिजनची सोय नसल्यामुळे त्यांनी दुसऱ्या हॉस्पिटलला शिफ्ट केलं परत एक 5 दिवसांनी. 5 दिवस मी इथं जवळच्याच हॉस्पिटलमध्ये होते. मग त्यानंतर दुसऱ्या हॉस्पिटलला शिफ्ट केलं. पण तो एक अनुभव वेगळा आहे की प्रत्येक ठिकाणी जे काही आपल्याला ट्रीटमेंट देतात ती फार म्हणजे वेगळ्या पद्धतीची. कुठे चांगली सिस्टीमनी दिलेली जाते किंवा कुठे एकदमच स्लो चाललेलं आहे किंवा सगळ्यांनाच वृद्ध किंवा
या चेक
करा आम्हाला औषधं द्यायची राहिलेली आहेत किंवा म्हणजे सर्वांचेच वयस्कर, लहान मुलं, प्रेग्नेंट लोक सगळ्यांचं एकत्रच होतं तिकडे जवळचं.
शिफ्ट केलं
दुसऱ्या हॉस्पिटलला शिफ्ट केलं तिकडे.
सोनोनोमध्ये ऑक्सिजनची फॅसिलिटी
नसल्यामुळे मला नाहीतर इथं मला 9 दिवसात तसं सोडलं असतं त्यांनी. सांगितलं होतं की तुम्हाला 8 ते 9 दिवस ठेवण्यात येईल. ब्रीथिंगचा त्रास हो, कारण मला थोडे आधी सिम्पटम्स होतेच. मला 8 दिवस आधी स्मेल बिलकुल येत नव्हतं. म्हणजे अगदी झेंडू बामची बॉटल घेऊन घेतलं स्मेल किंवा संत्र्याचं साल घेऊन स्मेल केलं की जेणेकरून त्याचा वास जास्त आहे त्याचंही येत नव्हता. आणि त्यामुळे जरा शंका होती की रिपोर्ट कसे येतील.
आणि मग ज्या वेळेला तिथं हॉस्पिटलमध्ये आयसोलेशन वॉर्डमध्ये ठेवलं असेल, घरातल्यांना कुणाला भेटू नसाल देत, तर त्यावेळेला काय भीती वाटली का?
खूपच भीती वाटली. कारण कधी एकटं राहायची सवय नाही घरात सर्वांना सोडून. तरी तिथं माझ्यासोबत आणखीन एक होती लेडी की जी या हॉस्पिटलमधनच माझ्यासोबतच तिला पण पाठवलं होतं.
सोनोनी हॉस्पिटलमध्ये 2 पेशंट पाठवले.
म्हणजे आमच्या दोघांचे रिपोर्ट जवळजवळ सारखेच होते. त्यामुळे त्यांना पाठवलं होतं. मग दोघींनी मिळून एक रूम घेऊन मग तिकडे आम्ही राहिलो.
पण तिकडे सेमी प्रायव्हेट रूम घेतली म्हणून,
कारण जनरल वॉर्डमध्ये इतकी गर्दी होती की तिथं राहणं फार अवघड होतं. सर्वजण म्हणजे आज आलेले किंवा कोविड कमी झालेले सर्वजण एकत्र होते. ही एक भीती की आपलं कमी झाले की त्यांच्यामुळे पुन्हा आपल्याला होतं की काय.
बरोबर, नक्कीच. आणि
कारण चहा किंवा पाणी काय देतील तर त्याला आपला हात लागणारच सर्वांचा.
बरोबर.
घेताना, ठेवताना किंवा कशाला. त्यामुळे मग सेपरेट रूम घेणं आम्हाला ते सोयीस्कर वाटलं. मग तशी सोय ह्यांनी केली की घेता येईल रूम म्हणून.
बरोबर. आणि बरोबर आहे. जसं आपण बरे होतो आणि तोपर्यंत नवीन कोणी कोविडचा पेशंट आला तर ती भीती अजून
रोज येतच असतात. म्हणजे इतके वेटिंग असतं. हो, रोज अगदी वेटिंगला असायचे तिकडं. बाहेर 4-4 तास वेटिंग होतं लोकांचं की पेशंट पॉझिटिव्ह आहेत, येत आहेत पण बेड शिल्लक नाहीये. आहेत ते बेड सरकवून ते ऍडमिट करून घेत होते. आज बघितलेलं दुसऱ्या दिवशी रात्र फक्त गेली तरी निम्मे पेशंट पुन्हा जमा व्हायचे तिकडे.
बरोबर. आणि विनोद, ज्या वेळेला आयसोलेशन वॉर्डमध्ये अश्विनी ऍडमिट असताना तुमची मनस्थिती किंवा घरातल्या लोकांची मनस्थिती कशी होती की भेटू शकत नाही आपण, पेशंटची परिस्थिती काय ऍक्च्युअली स्वतःच्या डोळ्यांनी बघू शकत नाहीये, काय होतंय नक्की आतमध्ये, काय चाललं होतं त्यावेळेला?
कसं आहे सर, आता ती हॉस्पिटलमध्ये एक तर फर्स्ट ज्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये 4-5 दिवस त्या ठिकाणी तर म्हणजे फोन पण लागत नव्हता. म्हणजे ती कॉल करू शकत नाही किंवा आपण त्याशी बोलू शकत. आणि हमखासपणे कोविड सेंटरमध्ये आपण भेटायला जाऊ शकत नाही आपल्या जे पेशंट आहेत त्यांना, किंवा तेही आपल्याला भेटू शकत नाही.
बरोबर.
तर मग तिला मग पर्यायी साधन दिला की दुसऱ्याचं सिम कार्ड ज्या ठिकाणी तिला विचारलं की जवळपास काही चालू शकत असेल दुसऱ्या कंपनीचं तर ते सिम कार्ड प्रोव्हाइड केलं की जेणेकरून बोलता तरी येईल. कारण मोबाईल साधन नाही, काहीच नसतं की अजून चलबिचल होईल आणि मानसिक स्थिती अजून ढासळेल म्हणून मी तिला काही पुस्तकं दिली पाठवून. मग सिम कार्ड पण चेंज करून दिलं जे काही तिकडे रेंज आहे ते. मग तेवढंच तिला जरा मोबाईल वापरता आला तिकडं त्या ठिकाणी.
बरोबर.
आणि नंतर मग दुसरीकडे गेल्यानंतर मग तिकडे अजून ऍडिशनल पुस्तकं जेवढं वाचता येईल तेवढं चांगलं म्हणून तिला पुस्तकं जास्त दिली. आणि काही मूवीज दिलेल्या आहेत मोबाईलमध्ये जेणेकरून आपण वेळ घालू. नुसतं शांत बसले की डोक्यात तेच विचार येणार, तर त्यापेक्षा मोबाईल. आणि त्याच्यामध्ये टिफिन द्यायला जायचो. जवळ जे हॉस्पिटल होतं 5 दिवस ते ग्राउंड फ्लोअरला त्यांना शिफ्ट केलं होतं. सो खिडकीतनं ती बघू शकत होती.
बरोबर.
खिडकीच्या बाहेर एक 10 फुटाच्या लांब अंतरावरती थांबून तिच्याशी बोलत होतो लांबून. आणि
बरोबर.
दुसऱ्या
आणि
ठिकाणी जे
at least
हॉस्पिटल
तेवढं-
केलेलं आहे हा बाबा माणूस दिसला समोर, आपल्या घरातला माणूस
बरोबर.
दिसला समोर. तसं. आणि दुसऱ्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये शिफ्ट केलं ती 3rd फ्लोअरला. मग मी खालती सिक्युरिटी गेटच्या इथं थांबणार, ती 3rd फ्लोअरवरनं बघणार खिडकीत. हा दिसला,
बरोबर.
माझा माणूस दिसला. अशी अवस्था, म्हणजे दुरून दर्शन आमची अशी अवस्था.
बरोबर.
म्हणजे घरातला
आणि
माणूस दिसला की एक समाधान म्हणतो ना आपण.
अगदी अगदी बरोबर आहे. आणि काय वाटतं की जर का पॉझिटिव्ह राहणं किंवा मोटिवेटेड राहणं किती महत्वाचं आहे अश्विनी या जर्नीच्या थ्रू? काय त्यावेळेला एकटं असताना वाटत होतं किंवा कशामुळे पॉझिटिव्हिटी असेल तर काय फरक पडला असता? कारण की मला माहिती आहे आपण याच्या आधी जेव्हा बोललो तू म्हणालीस की सतत मी रडत होते, तर काय वाटतं त्याच्याबद्दल?
सगळ्यांना सोडून राहणं हे दुःख वाटतं. जेंट्स एक वेळ राहू शकतात, पण लेडीजला कशी घरच्यांची सवय असती, मुलं
बरोबर.
घरात सासू सासरे दिसतात वगैरे. जेंट्स कसे तरी वेळ घालवतील, गेम खेळतील, मूवी बघतील, फ्रेंड्सला फोन लावतील. पण लेडीजला तेवढी सवय नसते
बरोबर.
वेगळं राहण्याची किंवा सोडून राहण्याची. त्यामुळे ते एक मनावर खूप दडपण होतं, की आपण सोडून राहणार आहे सगळ्यांना. त्याच्यानेच रडणं भरपूर होत होतं. जरी सर्वांनी समजूत घालायचे सर्वजण, आज उद्या सोडतील किंवा काय असं. पण मनाची तयारी होत नव्हती. पण सर्वांना एवढं सांगणं आवश्यक आहे, की जास्त टेन्शन घेणं किंवा दडपणमध्ये राहण्यापेक्षा थोडं फ्रीली राहिलं तर त्यांचे म्हणजे लवकर कव्हर होतील. त्यांचं माइंड चांगलं ठेवलं तर लवकर कव्हर होतील आणि त्यांना डिस्चार्ज पण लवकर मिळेल जवळ-जवळ. कारण आम्हाला त्यासाठी जास्त दिवस झाले. जर मी आधी त्रास नसता दिला ह्यांनाही, की
बरोबर.
रोज रडायचे, "नाही राहायचं मला घेऊन जा, आत्ताच्या आत्ता घेऊन जा."
अक्षरशः दिवस घालवले त्याच्यामध्ये.
हो,
रडून
खूप
की नाही मला आत्ताच्या आत्ता घेऊन जा हॉस्पिटलमध्ये. मी आता
बरोबर.
खाली येते, मला घेऊन जा.
मला घेऊन जा. असं करत मी खूप म्हणजे त्रास दिला ह्यांनाही. पण आता कळतंय, की तसं नसतं केलं तर माझेही रिपोर्ट खराब आले नसते. मला अजून जे 10 दिवस एक्स्ट्रा झालं नसतं माझं. 8
बरोबर.
दिवसात मला सोडलं असतं. पण स्वतःवर वेळ येणं आणि दुसऱ्यांना सांगणं फार वेगळं पडतं.
नाही, म्हणूनच आपल्याला तुमच्या
हं.
अनुभवातनं तुम्ही जे अनुभव घेतले त्यातनं लोकांना काय शिकायला मिळेल याच्यासाठी म्हणून आपण आजचा एपिसोड करतोय.
एवढंच की सर,
टेन्शनमध्ये न राहिल्याने सगळं कव्हर होईल.
अगदी बरोबर,
अगदी
अगदी सगळ्यात
बरोबर.
महत्वाचं आहे.
अगदी बरोबर.
फक्त
सगळ्यात
आपलं
महत्वाचं आहे.
माइंड चांगलं ठेवा आणि जरी झालं तरी की 8 दिवसात आपल्याला बाहेर यायचंय त्यामुळं जास्ती कोणाला त्रास देऊ नका आणि स्वतःही त्रास करून घेऊ नका.
कसं माइंड चांगलं ठेवणं म्हणजे थोडक्यात आपण कुठेतरी गुंतवून ठेवणं.
हं.
कारण शांत राहिलो तर ते विचार येतात की अरे हे मला झालं असं. एकदा पुस्तक
मला तसंच
वाचण्यात, मूवी
झालेलं.
बघण्यात, गाणी ऐकण्यात कुठेतरी मन आपण गुंतवून टाकलं की आपल्याला त्या डोक्यात विचार नाही राहणार की आपल्याला आपण कोरोना झालेला आहे किंवा मलाच का झालं, ते नको ते विचार येणार नाहीत. मानसिकरित्या
बरोबर.
आपण
अगदी बरोबर.
सदृढ राहू.
माझ्याही डोक्यात असंच होतं की एवढ्या जणांमध्ये मलाच कसं काय झालं आणि त्यात
बरोबर.
म्हणजे माझी अशी कंडिशन असल्यामुळे प्रेग्नंट असल्यामुळे असं होतं की बाळाला काय होईल का, ते एक वेगळं टेन्शन किंवा अशा
अगदी
सिच्युएशन मध्ये
बरोबर.
आपण वेगळं राहतोय ते एक दुःख.
ह्या
की त्याचा
केसमध्ये
परिणाम बाळावर होणार नाही ना. तरी हे मला फोन करायचे त्यावेळेस त्यांनी आमच्या सोबत जे होते सोनोने हॉस्पिटलमध्ये प्रेग्नंट, तर त्यांची डिलिव्हरी झाली होती त्याच दिवसांमध्ये एक दोघींची. तर म्हणजे त्यांचं बाळ वगैरे अगदी व्यवस्थित होतं आणि
छान, छान.
म्हणजे रिपोर्ट वगैरे बाळाचेही चांगले होते. मग हे सारखं सेंड करायचे, पाठवायचे त्यामुळे थोडंसं म्हणजे धीर वाटायचा की नाही काय होणार नाही. अजून एक 4 दिवसात आपल्याला जाता येईल घरी. असं.
नाही, आणि
ह्या
अगदी
केसमध्ये
बरोबर आहे.
हे जे
बोल, बोल.
म्हणजे प्रेग्नेंट वुमन्स साठी जे आहे काळजी करण्यासारखं, कारण त्यांना आणि बाळाचं दोघांकडे लक्ष द्यावं लागतं ना. कारण त्यांच्यामुळे
अगदी बरोबर.
बाळाला काही जर झालं तर त्या केसमध्ये सर मोरल सपोर्ट पण खूप महत्वाचा असतो की त्यांची मानसिक विचार जशी असेल त्याप्रमाणे ते बाळावरती विचार जे पडत असतात त्याप्रमाणे
बरोबर.
त्यांच्यावरती परिणाम होत असते. तर ह्या
बरोबर.
गोष्टीमध्ये आम्हाला जस्ट न्यूज आली, आमच्या सरांनी पाठवलं मला की विनोद काळजी करण्यासारखं काही नाही, की कोरोना पॉझिटिव्ह वुमननी चांगल्या सदृढ बाळाला जन्म दिलेला आहे. त्यांनी ती न्यूज पाठवली, ती तिला फॉरवर्ड केली की जेणेकरून अजून एक मॉरल सपोर्ट की बाबा अशा सिच्युएशन मध्ये पण डिलिव्हरी जरी झाली तरी व्यवस्थितपणे मुलावरती काही परिणाम होत नाही.
व्हेरी ट्रू, व्हेरी ट्रू. थँक्यू सो मच अश्विनी आणि विनोद, तुम्ही तुमचा अनुभव शेअर केलात सगळ्या आमच्या प्रेक्षकांबरोबर. नक्की तुमच्यासाठी हे सोपं नसणार आहे परत एकदा ते दिवस आठवणं आणि तुमच्याबद्दल विचार
येऊ
करणं.
नये कोणावरती
नाही,
वेळ येऊ
येऊ
नये,
नये वेळ.
कोणावरती वेळ येऊ नये.
बरोबर.
माझ्या
पण
पद्धतीने.
थँक्यू सो मच. कारण की काय तुमच्या अनुभवातनं सगळ्यांना शिकायला मिळणार आहे की कसं पॉझिटिव्ह माइंडसेट ठेवणं आणि हा विचार करणं की आपण यातनं पूर्णतः बरे होणार आहोत हे सगळ्यात महत्वाचं आहे बाकी कशाहीपेक्षा. डॉक्टर त्यांचं काम
अगदी.
करणार आहेत, हॉस्पिटल्स त्यांचं काम करणार आहेत, तुम्ही स्वतःला पॉझिटिव्ह ठेवणं हे खूप गरजेचं आहे. आणि तुमच्या स्टोरीतनं तेच आपल्या सगळ्या प्रेक्षकांना कळेल की हाऊ इम्पॉर्टंट इट इज टू स्टे पॉझिटिव्ह थ्रू इट. थँक्यू सो मच वन्स अगेन अश्विनी आणि विनोद की आज तुम्ही
Thank you. Thank you.
तुमचे अनुभव शेअर केले. थँक्यू.
Yes,
Thank you.
To all our viewers, again, thank you so much for joining us today and watching this episode. I hope you all, from 3 different experiences, 3 different stories of recovery, you've understood that it is possible to recover. 98% of people are recovering from COVID. So what we need to do is normalize this whole stigma around COVID and be positive. In case you're positive, in case any of your relatives are positive, what we can do about is stay positive, give them mental and moral support, and make sure that their state of mind is positive and giving them just that confidence to fight through it. And that is what is important. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to keep coming with such interesting episodes on our Frontliner series. So do follow Helios and do follow Sancheti Hospital. And I'll see you next week.